Good morning, everyone. We are still waiting for some participants to join us here on Zoom. Can you please rename your name with the last three digits of your paper ID, as you can see this in your program schedule? Thank you so much. Please rename your name with the last three digits of your paper ID. Thank you so much. 459. We are waiting for a few more minutes for other participants, and then we will start the session. Please rename your name with the last three digits of your paper ID. Good morning, everyone. We are waiting for a few more minutes for other participants. So please replace your name with the last three digits of your paper ID that we can see it on the screen who is available and who is not. Just few minutes, please, and then we start the session. I can still see on the screen some of the participants didn't replace their name with the last three digits of their paper IDs. This way we will not be able to know that who is available and who is not. We are just waiting 2 more minutes and then we will start the session. Thank you.
Alo, hocam. Ha,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome all to this international conference organized by International Institute of Academic Research in publication known as IIARP. I am Dr. Shakir and the coordinator for this conference, and I hope that all the participants already got the program schedule and other instructions for this online session. And it is kindly to be noted that each presentation will have 10 minutes and extra 5 minutes for question and answers for each participants. And after the completion of all presentations, we will have question and answer Q&A session, and you can ask your questions or you can suggest something if you have in your mind to other participants, or you can ask a general question regarding the conference, publication, or other things in the Q&A session. And I want to mention that those who already sent their presentations in a recording form, they do not need to play it here on Zoom, and we will upload it to our YouTube channel, and the link will be shared later. Those who are really needed by their institutes to play the video on Zoom, they can ask us and we will allow them to play it here on Zoom. And all the papers and abstracts are assessed by the reviewers, and here I am also here to assess the presentations as well. And the best paper will get an award in the form of certificate. This assessment criteria is simple, as it include best contents from the paper, presentation skills, time management skills, attraction of the audiences, and providing suggestions for the improvements of other participants' papers. So these are some of the uh, components of the criteria. So I hope you will enjoy this session. So without wasting our time, we have to start the session. But before that, I think it's quite important to introduce you to our organization. For this purpose, I will share my PPT, which I have here, a short PPT. Let me share. During the session, please uh, keep yourself muted that other may not be disturbed. Thank you. So is it visible to everyone? Hello? Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
It is
so much.
visible.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so this is International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, known as IIARP, which is a dynamic conglomeration of academia and professionals dedicated to promoting research and innovation, making a significant global impact. And the primary objective of this IIARP is to unite researchers and professionals from around the world, fostering an intellectual development and facilitating opportunities for networking and collaboration. And this association is actively engaged in various academic activities, including networking events, meetings, conferences, workshops, and research projects. Additionally, we are committed to publishing cutting-edge research publication and recognizing outstanding achievements through academic awards and scholarships as well. So these are some of our associates, such as Glavento, Taylor and Francis, which is supporting us in term of publication, and the media partner is Conference Alert 360. So what we basically do, IIARP is facilitating world-class networking for the scholars in organizing international and national conferences, as well as academic journal publication. And IIARP is well known for organizing scientific and academic international and national conferences in different countries, including Bangladesh, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Nepal, Nigeria, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Thailand, UAE, USA, and many more other different countries around the world. Here are some opportunities for participants to publish in different forms. And first, I will mention that your abstracts will be published in conference abstract proceedings in F1000 Research, which is a journal of Teller and France, is a Q1 journal, and your abstracts will be published in the proceeding book with the DY and ISSN number. You can also opt for publishing your extended abstract, e-poster, presentation slides with the DY in addition to the conference proceedings, as I mentioned. And you can also publish your manuscript with the DY in an international peer-reviewed journal indexed by Google Scholar and Dodge. And IIARP also provide opportunities to authors to publish their papers in Scopus and Web of Science Index journals. And we highly recommend that you can submit your paper to F1000 Research, which is a Scopus Q1 journal, and IIARP has a publication gateway on F1000 Research website. And there is a procedure. Later on, later if you are interested, you are serious, our team will guide you how to submit the paper and how to prepare the required associated documents. Here is what I said, IIARP Publication Gateway. What's that gateway? It is an open research publication hub, which is dedicated to publishing research rapidly and in a more transparent manner. You can visit this website to see how it looks like, f1000research.com and IIARP. How it looks like if you want to publish your paper in an F1000 Research, and how is it different from other traditional peer-reviewed journal. Is most of the peer-reviewed journal, traditional peer-reviewed journals, the process is not author-oriented, and after submission you don't know what happened to your paper. But if you want to submit your paper to F1000 Research, it is quite author oriented, and you will know every step what happened to your paper. It's quite easy and quite author oriented, rapid and transparent process, which later on we will explain to you if you are serious to submit your paper to this gateway and publish your paper in this Q1 Scopus Index journal. The paper when it's published and it's approved by the 2 reviewers out of 5 reviewers, it look like this. And your paper, after approval from 2 reviewers, will directly goes to be indexed in Scopus database. So it look like this. Here are some criteria for submitting a paper to F1000 Research. And the most important things in your paper is that it should be original, not plagiarized, and at least one authors among other authors should be a qualified researcher, mean he or she should have PhD degree, and article must be in English, not in other languages, and you need to have an ethical approval statement in your paper and in your articles, and you need to have an associated data availability statement, such as if your paper has used questionnaire or uh, interview or field notes. All these associated things need to be submitted together with your manuscript, then only it will be accepted to be processed in this journal. So if you are serious to submit your manuscript in this journal, we will guide you in detail later. Yeah, these are some of the examples of publication IIARP has done for their conference participants, published papers in ESCI, Scopus, and ACI, and many other peer-reviewed journals. These are some of the examples. These are some of the glimpses of the past conferences, and you can explore more by visiting our website www.iiarp.org. These are some of the highlights of the previous online conferences. And here is a statement for the participants that in order to go green and to protect the environment, we will not provide the print copies of the certificates and other documents, and you will get all the things in your email in a soft form. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's all. And now I will stop sharing my screen, and we can invite the participants to start presenting their paper. And as per I see my schedule, the first participant's paper ID is 444A, and the paper title is the Predictors of General Mathematics Achievements of Grade 11 Learners of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, STEM stand, to be presented by Dr. Hazel G. Diaz. Are you available? 44A.
Hello, good
Paper
morning.
ID 44.
Hello, sir. Am I heard?
Yeah, you're
Is it
audible?
loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning again. So may I
Good
just
morning.
share my screen? Is my screen visible?
Yes, please proceed.
Just for a while. Okay, so is my screen seen already, sir?
Yes, it's full screen
Okay.
now.
A pleasant morning to one and all. First of all, I want to thank the organizers of the IIARP for this chance. So today I'm going to share the findings of my study entitled Predictors of General Mathematics Achievement Among Grade 11 Learners in Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics STEM strand. Mathematics achievement among learners is a pressing issue. Results from the Program for International Student Assessment, or the PISA, show that Filipino students perform below the international average, while the National Achievement Test in the Philippines indicates that learners struggle with proficiency in mathematics. To address these challenges, the findings of this research may serve as a basis for proposing targeted interventions including bridging programs curriculum enhancements, and teacher training, all aimed at achieving high performance in mathematics, as said by the Department of Education. I have here my research objective specifically to determine the predictors of the general mathematics of grade 11 students, specifically with 5 questions. First, the demographic profile in terms of sex, parents' monthly income, and the curriculum attended. Also, the level of performance of the grade 11 students from Math 7 to Math 10. Also, the general achievement of the students. And then I tested if there is a linear combination among these independent variables with with the dependent variable, which is GenMath performance. Also, is there a significant effect of sex on the general math achievement after controlling the junior high school curriculum attended of the students? Also, is there a significant interaction effect of the junior high school curriculum attended and the sex on the GenMath performance of the students? Now, this study utilizes descriptive and predictive designs, specifically quantitative approach. I had 70 grade 11 STEM students, and purposive sampling technique was employed. Document scanning and survey questionnaire was used, and here are the treatment for data, mean, multiple regression, and COBA and MANOVA. And I have here on how to describe the performance of the students. As to results and discussion, there is nearly equal number of female and male. The parents' monthly income ranges from above 30 to 1,000. And most of my participants attended special science curriculum when they were in junior high school, and a little 27% basic education and special program in the arts. For the performance level of the students, the results indicate that students perform at high level performance in Math 7, 9, and 10. And Math 8 displays slightly lower than Math 7, 9, and 10. While in Gen Math, the students perform high, right? As to the linear combination, there is no significant difference between the males and females in Gen Math. This means that their achievement level remain consistent even if controlling their different science curriculum. But as can be seen in this table, Math 7, Math 8, Math 9, Math 10 has a positive correlation on the math achievement of the respondents. As to the significance, only the junior curriculum attended, also Math 9 and 10, plays significant role or as predictor of the Gen Math achievement of the participants. So after controlling the sex, this means that the achievement level remain constant or consistent even if we control the sex or the junior high school curriculum they attended. While here, no significant difference between the sexes and performance in Gen Math. There is an effect from senior high school curriculum attended, and then effect of combination of junior high school attendant and sex, it's not significant also in the GenMat. In conclusion, both sexes are similarly represented in the study, and most respondents came from the households earning 31,000, and most of my respondents came from science curriculum, which imply that the SSC curriculum better equips or encourages them to pursue STEM pathways. The students perform at high level, while Math 8 display an average only. Overall, they demonstrate high level of performance in their Gen Math. This result implies that most students in STEM strand have a solid foundation in mathematics, which is essential for the success of STEM-related area. The junior high school curriculum attended along grades 9 and 10, and the junior high school curriculum they attended significantly contribute as predicting variables in their general math achievement. So results indicate that both gender perform equally well in math regardless of uh, the attended junior high school curriculum. So the type of curriculum does not affect their performance based on gender. Students who completed the special science curriculum in junior high school demonstrated superior achievement in Gen Math compared to their peers from special program in the arts and basic education curriculum. These findings underscore importance of curriculum choice and academic performance in shaping students' educational outcomes in STEM particularly. So here are my recommendations. Mathematics teachers of junior high school must enhance and diversify their teaching approaches to grade 9 and the grade 10 learners since this significantly influenced their general achievement uh, performance. Math teachers enrich the curriculum content of teaching mathematics in regular basic education as well as this special program in the arts for students to cope with the lessons in senior high school STEM strand. SPA and BEC students to pursue STEM track should have a bridging program in the schools to connect and prepare them to mathematics subject in the curriculum. The school should initiate an entrance examination qualifying test among students entering the STEM track that is possible intervention may be given to those SPA and BEC learners who intended to enroll in STEM strand. So here are my references, the data. Again, to the organizers of the International Institute of Academic Research and Publications, thank you for very much for this chance. Thank you po.
Thank you so much for sharing your research, and we will have Q&A session later. So if anyone has any question, please come to the Q&A session. Thank you. So let me check the second participant. The second presenter is 456. The paper title is Upholding Justice, the State of Post-Conviction DNA Testing in the Philippine Criminal Justice System, to be presented by Dr. Debbie Carol Arquero. Are you available? 456. 456. Paper ID 456. Paper ID 456. Dr. Debbie. Dr. Debbie Carroll. Okay, so it's absent, maybe already sent the video PPT. Let me check the next one. So the next presenter is 459A, an analysis of the service and strategies of parole, probation, and administration PPA in selected region in the Philippines, to be presented by JPC Wardero. Are you available?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning 459. 459.
Good morning, sir. And to my co-presenters, is my screen seen in your screen also?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir. It's visible. Thank you.
Okay. So once again, good morning to the International Institute of Academic Research and Publications, to the facilitators of Globevento Conference October 2024. Good morning. Before I present my study and analysis of the services and strategies of Parole and Probation Administration in selected region in the Philippines, allow me to share a short personal details of mine. Yours truly is JP Verdadero, and I earned my bachelor's degree in criminology at Data Center College of the Philippines, Laoag City. I obtained a master's in criminal justice at the University of Northern Philippines, Vigan City, Ilocos Sur. I am pursuing my Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice at the University of the Cordilleras, Baguio City. I am a probation officer at the Department of Justice for Probation Administration. My research interest is focused on non-institutional corrections programs, including therapeutic community restorative justice and volunteer probation assistant. Our title in our study is an analysis of the services and strategies of parole and probation administration in selected region in the Philippines. Allow me to share a short introduction of our study. Jail and prison overcrowding is a concern of the Philippine government, and hence the remedy of our government is the probation and parole systems. These systems are alternative to imprisonment, which contribute significantly to the cost savings of the Philippine government. It takes into account the annual maintenance, the overhead expenses, and other associated costs for persons deprived of liberty. As presented in the literature for study, the probation system in the Philippines, like other countries, provides services to clients and their problems in managing its operations, the evaluating the outcomes of rehab programs, and ensuring the overall efficiency of the probation and parole system. With that, the study aims to assess the operational capacity of the PPA in Region 1 by examining key components, which includes the human resource management, financial resource allocation, case management, infrastructure development, technological capabilities, and the policy implication. With that, we have the statement of our problem. What is the operational capacity of DOJ PPA Region 1 in terms of resource allocation and budgetary concerns, technology integration and data management, staffing and training requirements, community engagement and stakeholder collaboration, and recidivism reduction strategies. The research design used in this study is the descriptive research design using a quantitative method approach. As to the population and locale, all the employees comprising of 55 DOJ personnel in Region 1 were the respondents of the study. There were also 7 personnel from the regional office who served as key informants in the study, particularly the regional officer in charge and the unit heads of our regional office. As to the data gathering tool utilized in the study, a research-made questionnaire was used in this research. This tool underwent expert validation from the regional office, particularly to the special assistant of the regional officer in charge, the administrative officer, and the regional officer in charge of our region. A semi-structured interview guide was also utilized in the study, which guided the researcher to gain insights and expound the results of the quantitative data gathered from the 7 key informants. As to the procedure used in the study, a notice to proceed was first secured from the University of the Cordilleras from the Research Ethics Committee, after which an approval to conduct the study to the regional officer in charge was obtained. After the approval, the questionnaire was personally administered by the researcher at the regional office. The gathering of data started at the 2nd week of July 2024, and it ended in the 3rd week of August 2024. As to the treatment of data used in the study, the descriptive statistics such as frequency, percentage, the mean, and the standard deviation were used in the study. Concerning with the results and finding as to the resource allocation and budgetary concerns, respondents notably disagree that the current budget allocation meets the region's operational needs, that is for the variable number 1. Respondents also disagree that there is sufficient funding in resource allocations, particularly in funding for technology upgrades and infrastructure improvement on variable number 2. And respondents finally disagree that the region faces budget limitations that hinder its ability to fully address the diverse of our clients, probationers, and parolees. Overall, table 2 shows that respondents agree that the Region 1 is operating effectively, though there are areas of improvement in resource allocation and budgetary constraints. Pertaining to technology integration and data management, technology integration has greatly improved the efficiency and effectiveness of service delivery, ranking as the top factor in enhancing operations of the OJPPA Region 1, that's variable number 10. And training per PPOs on technology integration per case management ranks 2nd in importance, that's variable number 8. And concurrently, the present data management used by Region 1 facilitate the efficient monitoring of clients ranked third among the variables, that is variable number 9. As a whole, Table 3 indicates that the region is functioning effectively with some minor areas of improvement to all the variables related to technology integration and data management. Concerning to staffing and training requirements, respondents notably disagree that the investigation and supervision workloads assigned to PPOs are manageable. That is for the variable number 12. Remarkably, respondents expressed disagreement with the adequacy of current staffing levels of Region 1 to meet the demands of probation and parole services on variable number 11. And finally, respondents disagree that the support staff in Region 1 is adequate to assist PPOs in their daily tasks. That's variable number 14. Overall, as shown in Table 4, respondents generally agree that Region 1 operates effectively, although there are some improvements or areas to be considered in terms of staffing and training requirements. Concerning the community engagement and stakeholder collaboration, impressively, Table 5 reveals that Region 1 is performing at an exceptional level across all variables of community engagement and stakeholder collaboration. Relative to recidivism reduction strategies, notably, respondents strongly agree that the region's recidivism reduction strategies significantly contribute to the successful reintegration of clients into society, that is variable 25. And remarkably, respondents strongly agree that the region delivers rehabilitative programs at an exceptional level, effectively reducing recidivism rates, that is on variable 21. Lastly, respondents strongly agree that the region is highly effective in collaborating with community leaders, organizations, and service providers, which improves the region's efforts to reduce recidivism on variable 23. Overall, Table 6 revealed that respondents generally agree that the region is functioning effectively, though minor improvements are needed in recidivism reduction strategies. Overall, with the capacity of DOJ-PPA Region 1, the region demonstrates a strong community engagement and collaboration with stakeholders. So as a whole, Table 7 shows that Region 1 is functioning effectively, but several areas require improvement. To conclude, the study found that the respondents recognized the effective operations of DOJ-PPA Region 1, indicating significant concerns about insufficient funding, inadequate staffing, and high workloads for probation and parole officers, which hinder optimal service delivery. Despite these challenges, the region has made notable strategies in community engagement and collaboration to the local government units, to the national government agencies, and to the private entities, which successfully implements the evidence-based rehab programs such as the Therapeutic Community Ladderized Program, Restorative Justice Approaches, and of course, the Volunteer Probation Assistant Program that reduce recidivism and enhance client reintegration. And to address these existing challenges and limitations, strategic measures, including the proposed DOJ-PPA Modernization Act of 2023, are essential for improving resource allocation and enhancing the overall service delivery. Presented in the slides are the references used in this study. And before I end my presentation, allow me to acknowledge the International Institute of Academic Research and Publications for allowing me present the findings of our study, and of course, to the University of the Cordilleras Baguio City, particularly to the College of Criminal Justice Education headed by Dr. Rovino D. Kawi, and to my research advisor, Dr. Leia M. Donato. Thank you so much. And finally, to the Department of Justice, Parole, and Probation Administration, headed by Attorney Benvenido O. Benitez Jr., our dearest administrator, and of course to the Honorable Regional Officer in Charge, Wilfred D. Gonay of Regional Office 1, who approved the conduct of this study, and finally to the DOJ-PPA Region 1 personnel who are the participants of this study. Thank you so much. With that, once again, thank you and God bless for listening with the findings of our study.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your research findings in we will have Q&A session and you can come to ask your question or suggest something if you have. We are moving toward the next presenter and the next paper ID is 853. The paper title is Student Engagement and Meaningful Interaction and Distance Learning Through Rethinking Grade Strategies, to be presented by Ling Johnson. Are you available? 853. 853. Paper ID 853. 853 is not available, so let's move to the next one. Okay, the next paper ID is 857. The paper title is Attitude and Behavior Toward Chatbots, case study, a case of the beauty care industry, to be presented by Sarah Dasoli. Are you available? 857. 857. Paper ID 857. 857 is absent. 857. As per my knowledge, I think all these are video presenter and they already sent their videos to be uploaded to the YouTube channel. Okay, so we will move to the next one, and the next paper ID is 861, and the paper title is Brand Loyalty in a Modest Fashion Industry in Malaysia, Theoretical and Conceptual Framework Development, to be presented by Amy Suhana Abdul Mainoon. 861. Paper ID 861. Okay, it's absent. 861. Okay, and the next one is 869. The paper title is The Impact of Social Media Marketing Activities on Brand Equity, a study in the airline sector, to be presented by Alpha Aids. Are you available? 869. Paper ID 869.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
I'm ready to present my paper.
869. Thank you so much. Please proceed.
I shared my screen. Is it?
Yes, it's
can you see it?
it's visible. Yeah, it's
Okay,
visible.
it's
Please.
visible. Okay, thank you. Hi, my name is Alper Ateş. I'm from Turkey and I work at tourism faculty. Can I read my biography? May I read, or I have to read it?
Sure, please.
Okay, okay. Me and my colleague Halil Sunar's biographies. Associate Professor Dr. Alper Ateş is employed at Department of Tourism Guidance in the Faculty of Tourism at Selçuk University. He completed his undergraduate degree in Business Administration at Istanbul University, followed by a master's degree in Accounting and Finance from Selçuk University, and a doctorate in Business Administration in 2014. In 2019, he was appointed as an associate professor in the field of tourism. His research interests include tourism and environment, tourism marketing, gastronomy, and tourism management. The other is Halil Sunar. He was born in Hatay. He received in his undergraduate education in the travel management program at Mustafa Kemal University School of Tourism and Hotel Management, followed by his master's degree in the Travel Management and Tourism Guidance Program at Selçuk University Institute of Social Science. He started to work as a lecturer at Giresun University, Tirebolu Mehmet Bayrak Vocational High School, Travel Management and Entertainment Services Department, Tourism and Travel Services Program. Our studies abstract is like that. In the modern age, where the natural and virtual worlds are becoming integrated daily, marketing activities have a significant place in the interactions between airline companies and their customers on social media. Social media tools can make it easier to adopt airline brands among large masses. In this context, success in social media activities will positively affect the brand equity of airline companies. Within the Turkish airline business, no research has been conducted on the influence of social media marketing activities on brand equity. The study's findings are anticipated to be helpful to the aviation industry and contribute to existing body of knowledge. This study aims to determine the impact of social media activities on Turkish airline companies' brand equity and explain the results. The literature review identified a research gap, prompting the selection of a quantity research method to test the model and hypothesis. We applied the survey method at Istanbul Airport and collected from 862 participants. Explanatory and confirmatory factor analysis and structural equation analysis were used in analysis through statistical package programs. According to the study, perceptions of airline companies' social media marketing activities positively affect the brand equity. Introduction part. With the development and spread of the internet-based mobile communication technologies, people have started to use technological innovations in every aspect of their lives. As a result of these developments, the concepts of interaction and communication have gained another dimension, and social media networks have taken their place in modern life as indispensable figures. The rapid increase in the use of the social media worldwide, its unique structural features that differ from classical communication tools, and the presence of the factors such as users sharing the experiences about businesses on social media, and the impact of these posts on other users have attracted the attention of all businesses. Companies are drawn to social media due to its ability to reach large audiences more quickly and effectively at lower costs. Its dynamic structure that is easily updated and its ability to provide fast feedback. By integrating social media tools into their marketing activities, businesses have gained significant competitive advantages, such as having a presence on major social media platforms, creating shareable content and advertisements, and encouraging customer feedback. Social media marketing activities increase brand equity and image. This study aims to determine the impact of Turkish Airlines' social media activities on brand equity and explain the results. Previous studies in the literature on the Turkish airline industry have examined the impact of brand equity on financial income, brand income, and brand perception on purchase intention, financial performance research, factors affecting passengers' attitudes, public relations practices in social media, the effects of social media activities on brand trust and brand preference, viral marketing, brand equity relationship, the effect of technology use on service quality, crisis management in social media, and marketing communication. Passenger satisfaction, analysis of online comments, topics were addressed. There is no study in Turkish airline industry on the impact of social media marketing activities on brand equity. It's thought that the study's results will benefit the aviation sector and contribute to literature. Our conceptual framework, we have two main research topic. One, first is social media marketing. The airline companies that communicate and interact with their customers on social media have the opportunity to obtain information about the perception of their services, manage their reputation and proactive communication, conduct market research with low costs, and reach large audiences effectively, dynamically, and economically through a single channel. In the literature, social media marketing in the aviation industry has been shown to increase brand trust, brand preference, brand equity, brand loyalty, consumer motivation, purchase behavior, consumer trust, service quality, customer relationships, customer satisfaction, and brand communication. Brand equity, airline branding processes are highly sophisticated and unique. The economic expectations of different passenger classes and the dynamic competitive environment necessitate the continuous evolution of branding projects. Researchers have already looked at how airline brand equity affects people's decisions to buy, how it relates to brand management, how it relates to promotions, how it
Sorry
affects.
for interruption. You have 3 more minutes, so please be
Okay,
conclusive.
I'm going too fast.
Thank you.
Materials and methods. The study aims to determine the impact of social media activities on brand equity in aviation sectors. We utilize the scales used Machas et al.'s studies to determine brand equity and CEO and Park's studies to determine social media marketing activities. We obtained the survey form online between March 23 and April 14, 2024 by sharing the survey link with Istanbul airport visitors and creating a link via a QR code. We reached 862 persons, and we get the data from them. Our research model is based on two main dimensions: social media activities and brand equity. Social media activities have 5 sub-dimensions: customization, entertainment, interaction, word of mouth, and trending. Brand equity have 2 sub-dimensions: brand awareness and brand image. We have only one hypothesis: participants' perceptions of social media activities positively affect the brand equity. We have many tables. I want to present only 2 tables to you. Which one is frequency of distribution of participants' demographic characters? Our participants are mainly distributed to male, and they are mostly single. And we have middle-aged participants, and we have their monthly income is above the average income in Turkey. The table 4 show us the effect of social media marketing activities to brand equity. The table 4 shows the results of the simple regression analysis used to test hypothesis 1. The model is accepted as valid and valuable in estimation process. Participants' perceptions of social media activities significantly explain the brand equity perceptions. A positive and moderate relationship exists between social media marketing activities and brand equity. Social media marketing activities explain 25.8% of brand equity. These results support the acceptance of Hypothesis 1. Conclusion. Brand equity is a comprehensive and complex concept. It consists of a brand value and customer-oriented and market-oriented brand equity. Since customer and market-oriented values are more dynamic elements that are constantly changing, brand equity also includes future expectations and related changes. For airlines, this value embodies the customer's trust and respect, an intangible asset that defies monetary quantification. In civil aviation, a sector characterized by intense competition and strict rules, it's vital for airline companies to protect and manage their brand equity. Social media marketing activities are handy for managing brand equity for airlines, all business. The last one, according to the study, perceptions of airline companies' social media marketing activities positively affect brand equity. This results is also supported by the results of Knoblik et al., Auza and Alavi, Irşad and Ahmet, Kumar et al., Masaza et al., Mohleshpur et al., Nekapurukve and Opara, Altay and Çakırkaya, Arult and Tahir, Bektumur and Alizad. Similar results from these studies conducted in different countries before and after the COVID pandemic show that social media marketing is essential regardless of time and place, regardless of domestic or international market. All airline companies that want to be successful and different should carefully manage their social media marketing activities. In future studies, the scope of the research can be expanded and enriched by selecting a population sample in the cities other than Istanbul, in sectors other than aviation and different languages. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you so much for sharing your research finding, though it was quite long presentation, but
Yes.
anyway, thank you so much. Okay,
Thank you
so
for your patience.
let's move to the next presenter. Who's the next presenter? The next 869. The next presenter is 870. The paper ID is 870. The paper title is Entrepreneurship Education. Education about entrepreneurship. Education for entrepreneurship. To be presented by Bilal Erdem. Are you available? 870 or 870?
Hi, dear professor.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello, dear participants. I come Turkey. I come Selçuk University. My presentation. Okay.
Please share your screen.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay?
Yes, please share your screen. We can't see your PPT.
Bilal Hocam ekranı paylaşın diyor. Sunumu
Tamam.
göremiyoruz diyor.
Abi paylaşmaya
I'm
çalışıyorum.
I'm trying to explain him in Turkish.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's not a problem. He's not good at computer and we are not.
I can understand. So please tell him to share your
Abi açabildin mi?
Abi bak ekranın altında ekranı paylaş diye bak bir
Tamam.
uygulamadan giriyorsun değil mi?
Evet evet. Tabii
Tamam,
onu
ekranı
diyorum.
paylaş var bak, ekranı paylaş. Share
Tamam.
screen.
Tamam ona tıkladım.
Tıkladın, açılan yerde bir sürü pencereler açıldı.
Evet.
Orada PowerPoint sunumu tıkla abi.
Evet, gördüm. Tamam. Şimdi gelmesi lazım. Geldi
Başlat.
mi?
Tamam. Şimdi en baştaki
It's
tamam.
visible now.
Abi
Please
şeyi geç.
proceed.
Direkt çalışmadan başla. Özgeçmişleri geçsen.
Tamam. Geldi değil mi şimdi? Devam
Evet.
ediyorum. Tamam. Okay. This study was carried out a perspective on how the education method to age entrepreneurship ethically should be. Until recently, the literature has debated whether entrepreneurship can be taught. The discourse of early entrepreneurship research, which suggests that personality traits embedded in an individual's gains height entrepreneurship, forms the basis of these debates. Various developments in economic life have eliminated the traditional perspective that personality traits cause entrepreneurship and are not teachable. The agent now includes the point, the content and method of entrepreneurship education are the new discourse areas. The literature reveals two distinct understanding of entrepreneurship education. Education about entrepreneurship and education for entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship education courses use traditional techniques to explain topics such as the entrepreneurship and small business management. This method could be more successful in providing students with the skills and competencies necessary for entrepreneurship. Interaction, while entrepreneurship has matured as a discipline, entrepreneurship pedagogy has yet to. Scholars debate when teaching entrepreneurship was possible until recently. Early entrepreneurship research firmly focused on personality traits embedded in one's genes, forming the foundation of these debates. These studies sought to answer the questions: who is an entrepreneur, and what are entrepreneurial characteristics? Developments economics reveal that entrepreneurship is this driving force of economic development. Entrepreneurship essentially developed conscious aware of the imprints of entrepreneurship in economic development. Component entrepreneurial behaviors are behaviors that have the potential successfully to desired outcome, such as seeing opportunity created by change. Therefore, we can subject individuals to entrepreneurship education. The complex nature of entrepreneurship requires individuals to learn how to cope with an urgent environment. Educators are therefore responsible for developing individuals, discovery planning and implanted. However, conventional approach the entrepreneurship education could be more effective in developed days. entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. The word entrepreneur comes from the French word entrepreneur, which etymology means to do sometimes accumulations task. The first person the reveals the concept of entrepreneurship was Richard Cantle. Entrepreneurship nature of according to Cantle's of entrepreneur is a person who brings together in 1934 Splinter included the concepts of innovations in his definitions of an entrepreneurship from Splinter's perspective. An entrepreneur is a person organizations that creates
Sir, please
entrepreneurship
go
education
to the
and
conclusion. You have just 3 more minutes.
experiential learning. Experiential learning theory. Experiential learning theory was developed called the theory is based on the works of Dewey. Of Dewey who
Abi 2
who
dakikan
based
kalmış,
learning
acele
and
et.
okay. Okay.
Çok kulak nasıl olacak?
Okay.
Hocam değil mi?
Experiential entrepreneurship training, entrepreneurship education should include some practical experiences and experiential learning opportunities by very natural. The nexus of experiential learning makes entrepreneurship education unique and potential determines success. According to Hayes and Leitch's entrepreneurship education should not only teach theoretical knowledge about business practices, education for entrepreneurship rather than education about entrepreneurship. This means going beyond and understanding, knowing, and talking and practicing and talking action. Experiential learning equips students with entrepreneurship content, the ability, constellations, and idea or actions, and the skills necessary act. Constellations entrepreneurship is one of the building blocks of large scale outcomes such as a nation with growth rate and permanent and interest prospects. Entrepreneurship is an essential mechanism for economic development. Operational, the entrepreneurship is and the person who makes mechanism operational. A new generation of entrepreneurs has replied the trading entrepreneur profile due to change is factors shaping business life. At this point, creative operations who put forward innovations are the main driving force that mobilizes the economic structure and realize economic development. Entrepreneurship education must adapt to relations of business life, support the process of create distress. To correctly understand entrepreneurship education and equips the target outcomes, the most crucial point to consider difference between education about entrepreneurship and education for entrepreneurship, learning implementations and accorded valuable skills to become okay. The end presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Yes,
sharing your
yes,
research.
dear professor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
so
dear
much.
professor. Okay.
Okay, so we are moving toward the next presenter. And this was 870. So we are coming toward 871. 871. The paper ID and the paper title is The Contribution of Accounting Information to Strategic Decision-Making Process, to be presented by Professor Dr. H.R. Tunses. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Are you available? 871.
Arif hocam, I'm
Paper
calling
ID
him.
871. I think is
Arif
at,
hocam,
because I don't see it on the screen. 871, paper ID 871.
he is on the screen, but its number is not written.
Okay,
Hacı Arif
thank you so
Tunçes.
much. So please tell him to share your screen and please proceed.
I'm calling him now.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Abi ekran paylaş. Bir ekran paylaştın mı?
Paylaşacağım ama çözemedim abi.
Abi sesi kapat. Heh, şimdi ekran paylaş var altta. Yeşil. Excuse me, can we skip him for now? I will help him for presentation. Can we skip him for now?
He is sharing the screen.
Yes, he's trying to share. Abi başlattın mı? Ha, yes, okay, okay.
Please be conclusive. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay.
Please proceed.
Abi başta seni bekliyorlar.
Reference to recording, classifying, analyzing and reporting the financial activities of enterprise. Business manager need accounting information to continue their activities successful. The strategic role of accounting. Accounting monitor the company's financial movements and present this information in financial statements.
Irunag ba ng sama nyo naman? Kitang mag-aano si Hansi, ba't nyo bilang?
Accounting and strategy planning. In strategic planning, accounting is used to prepare and monitor budgets supporting business objectives. Accounting monitors comparison, financial interactions such as revenues, expenses, profitable and deep, and use these data develop competitive strategies. Analysis of financial data. Financial data analyzing is fundamental for evaluating business financial performance and taking strategic decisions. In strategic planning, analyzing financial data helps business determine budget, core capital investment decisions, and good strategies. Financial analysis strategies means business communication with investor lands and shareholders. Accounting information helps a business monitor and analyzing their performance. Business use financial data to assess the impact of changes to their process and strategies. Talk accounting data, business can assess how they will use their resources and reduce their environmental impact to achieve their sustainable goals. Accounting information makes a significant contribution not only to strategic decisions making, but also to operation and sustainable aspects. By evaluating their information for a broader perspective, business can gain a competitive advantage and sustain long-form success.
Thank you so much for such a short and conclusive presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are moving to the next presenter, and the next presenter is 859. 859.
I'm here, sir. Present.
859.
Here, sir. Present.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Okay, stand by. I'll put it in PowerPoint, PowerPoint slideshow. Okay. Oh, hold on. All right.
Yes.
So, is my voice loud and clear, sir? And can you also share my PowerPoint?
Yeah, it's visible. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Clarence Edmond de la Cruz, and today I will be presenting my review paper regarding the toroidal propeller and its acoustic noise reduction characteristic for quieter operations. So, a short background about me is I am a graduate of Mapua University with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Manufacturing Engineering, and I'm currently studying my master's degree in mechanical engineering at Mapua University as well. I am also having a job as a test product engineer in the semiconductor industry at Amcor Technology Philippines. Later in my career, I would love to enter other manufacturing industries such as aerospace and automotive industries. So moving on to the proper itself. So the popularity of drones is slowly increasing as it helps make complicated tasks easier. These are often used in aerial photography, agriculture, search and rescue, and in aerial deliveries. However, the reason why we are rarely seeing them in use is because of the noise they generate while in flight or while they're in hover mode near urban areas. Because the noise that they create irritates the community it flies over to. That's why there are imposed noise regulations which prohibits them from flying directly overhead, apart from the safety risk of crashing due to loss of control and loss of signal. However, since the topic of this review paper is about the noise reduction, MIT introduced an innovation which promises to further reduce sound signature of drones, which will enable them to fly quieter. This innovation is the main topic of my review paper and possibly a potential key in further utilization of drones in the future. So the limited utilization of drones, as stated earlier, is due to the noise. Equipping the toroidal propeller can help reduce this due to its closed-loop design, which in turn reduces vortices being formed from the tips of the propeller. This is also an additional safety feature wherein it prevents the drone from clipping objects or injuring other living beings should loss of control happens. However, there is no perfect design of the toroidal propeller created yet, as many variants exist and optimized to reduce sound signature. This review paper aims to address the following objectives. The review paper aims to identify the potential uses of the toroidal propeller, determine the limitations of the toroidal propeller, assess the role of additive manufacturing in fabricating its closed-loop geometric design, and lastly, evaluate other potential applications of the toroidal propeller outside of the drone industry. So moving to the first key takeaway of this paper is additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing. This method is widely used to create custom parts in real time. So for the case of the toroidal propeller, the complex shape of the propeller could not be fabricated using traditional methods that easily. But with the help of additive manufacturing, it can help print one full set of propellers in one single processing. So such processes include fuse deposition modeling, selective laser sintering, and powder printing. The aforementioned processes are some of the most common additive manufacturing methods. However, the downside of additive manufacturing is its long processing time, but it depends on how large the object will be printed, and the processing time will be done layer by layer, which could take hours or even days, depending on how large the model is being printed. The second key takeaway of this review paper is computational fluid dynamics. In optimizing the reduction of noise, computational fluid dynamics is used for this, as we studied the simulated flow of air around the propeller when in motion. This in turn can help optimize the design even further to enhance its noise reduction characteristics and study how sound can be further reduced if other design variants with increased propellers will perform. Apart from being used in the aerospace industry, computational fluid dynamics is also being used in automotive industry and industrial system and design, particularly in heat system transfer. In automotive industry, it's used to study the airflow of the concept vehicle that will be introduced later on. So the last key takeaway of the toroidal propeller is design variations. As stated earlier, there are multiple design variants of the propeller, and it's not just for aesthetics. However, the one downside of multiple design variations, like a 6-bladed propeller type, can further induce drag in the propeller, which reduces battery life to compensate for the induced drag. This problem may limit the design of the toroidal propeller to 4 blades only, which can also help simplify its construction. So what can we take away from the design of the toroidal propeller? So the toroidal propeller is designed not to render the traditional propeller obsolete. It will only complement it because the parameters will dictate how it will be used. If it is to be flown in rural areas, the traditional propeller will be used, but in urban areas, particularly if it is populated, the toroidal propeller will be used. There are many options, which is one key benefit of it. This innovation can help drones be further utilized in other sectors, from medicine, such as delivery of transplants, medicine in hard-to-reach areas, and logistics, when it comes to delivering small parcels for faster delivery times. However, this innovation is still new. The toroidal propeller is still subject to optimization, and experimentation to reduce sound, in which can help in improving the existing propeller technologies and in future technologies where a propeller is involved. On other sectors that can benefit from this is renewable energy and maritime industry. Actually, the toroidal propeller is already being used in small boats, which reduces weight and reduces sound, which is impressive. That can also help in optimizing the propeller when used for drones. In renewable energy, wind turbines can benefit from this as well. Although the propeller, the blade itself cannot be used directly, the key learnings or key findings in the technology of the toroidal propeller can be applied to further enhance its efficiency as well as noise reduction capability when generating power. So to conclude my presentation, I would like to thank my mentor, Dr. Aldrin Calderon, for helping me prepare this research for this review paper. And also my university, Mapua University, for encouraging me to participate in events such as this one. And that would be my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for presenting your research findings, and we will have Q&A session later. Others can join the question and answer session later. Thank you so much. And we are moving toward the next presenter. Eight, 5, 9. And now we are coming toward X860, and the paper title is TikTok Engagement for Better Subjective Well-Being Among Drifting Elderly in China, Social Capital Conversion Between Online and Offline, to be presented by Liu He. 860, paper ID 860. I think it's a video presenter. 860. Okay, so I am coming to the last presenter. Is 879. The paper title is Antecedents of Artificial Intelligence in the Stability of International Finance, to be presented by Surya Iyer. 879. Are you available? The paper ID 879.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, Professor?
Yes.
Yes, I'm very much available. I'll just start sharing my screen.
Yes, please.
Can you see my screen and hear me?
Yeah, it's visible. Please proceed.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Surya Sitaraman Iyer. I have pursued my Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration from SP Jain School of Management, Australia, Sydney, and I'm currently pursuing my 1-year Executive Management program from IIM Kozhikode in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence. My co-author name is A. Sitharaman, and he is the Dean for Research in SP Jain School of Global Management. To talk about my professional career, I have been an executive consultant in customs, in the branch of customs in PD Power Systems Private Limited, and I'm an entrepreneur where I was working as an central excise, customs excise consultant where I do procedures to clear goods internationally in terms of imports and exports in the Ministry of India. Uh, to talk about my research highlights, I would like to state the title of my research paper, Antecedents of Artificial Intelligence in the International Stability of the International Finance. So to talk about my research highlights, the basic ideology of my research paper is to generalize the categories or to get an idea of how the AI in fintech domains creates a major drawback in creating more frequent problems and issues such as malware, hacking, software problems, software errors, which could later lead to some losses directly or indirectly, which can create overall loss to entire organization. So in order to concentrate on this topic in a global scale, artificial intelligence generally is considered to be a most advanced tool which has a very bright future where each and every organization in the world likes to adapt because it has an category to predict the data and forecast the future or forecast the future data in order to determine what decision CEO should take in their organization. So in order to understand the basic concept of how AI works in the domain of the finance, uh, while going through the literature review from my fellow researchers, I was able to understand that there are more setback of regulatory framework, setback in the regulatory and the laws framework in the artificial intelligence domain, considering the international finance and other services domain. So in order to address those issues, the main criteria for my research paper is to provide a safety, ethical tranquility, efficiency, and humanity framework in the cybersecurity domain in AI technology to provide the economy with a sustainable finance in the legal arena. So why AI? Why AI is the most specialized tool every financial domain should have? The main reason for this is it has the capacity to make the work more easier for every manager who handles the tool. So in order to determine some of the drawbacks, as specified by my fellows researcher, we could say that it badly needs a cybersecurity framework, which could enhance the uh, safety precautions and ideology of utilizing AI in the fintech domain. So to identify the gap from the literature, I was able to find that there was no proper regulations applied by the government in order to enhance the safety security for the AI tool. So addressing those drawbacks, I, as a researcher, have the idea to improve or implement various technologies, HR policies, upgradation of HR ideas in the organization that can be done through proposing a regularized framework to utilize AI in a robust security and in the cyber security domain. So first, in order to determine how the AI tool can play a major role efficiently, it is very much important for us to know how the AI, specifically the AI tool performs. So I have just used a business strategy SWOT analysis, which mainly explains about the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of AI, AI tool in the finance and other services domain. So in order to talk about the strength and the opportunities, AI is very smart, very efficient, and very easy to use, and it is an advanced data mining tool, and it can provide ample job opportunity to the people who are working in the data science and artificial domain. So it is also easier. It also helps in determining a easier way to transit money. And nowadays, AI is very much advanced in using in health environment where the diseases are detected in an earlier stage, and AI plays a major role in helping to detect the diseases also. And it also helps in making us to predict about the stocks where we can invest more money in a more efficient manner, because AI as a tool has the capacity to understand the past data and give us the more ideology of how investors should invest in stocks because of the output it is giving through its advanced technology. And it also helps in making the decisions of a person in the business in a more ethical manner and more efficient manner. So considering the adverse side of the AI, we have the weaknesses and threats, where it has a very complex methodology of coding where each and every person or employee in an organization cannot understand. And it is very costly, and it is not easily adaptable because it is costly and it has to be going through a lot of procedures in order to adapt it in each and every organization. And most of the time, the information which are provided by the AI is unbiased. So in order to consider the threats, it has even created a suicide. A human has committed a suicide where he has gathered the information from the AI tool, which made him to attempt those emotional taruma and made him to commit a suicide because of the wrong information which was provided in the AI platform. So these are all the some of the consideration which made me to understand that AI tool is very efficient as well as very dangerous. So considering the external and global factors, so
Sorry
when
for
it is
interruption. You have 3 more minutes, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
So these are all the different economical and political aspect where we have to concentrate about the flexibility of AI in international finance. So some of the factors which are directly or indirectly related are regulations, ethical management, systematic risk, human psychology, IT infrastructure, which need to be rectified in order with the ideology of credible enforcement, IT integrity, market, and sense of direction. So to talk about the research problem, these are all the problems where the regulations, ethical management, and systematic risk and psychology of the infrastructure of the AI need to be considered important. And the objective of my research is to determine the regulations, proper implementation of regulation of the AI in finance, and to evaluate the ethical management, risk management, and also have the psychological aspect of understanding the human emotions in order to determine a proper framework to for the finance domain in with the help of the IT infrastructure and innovation. So to talk about AI, with the time constraint, I'm just going to explain about the entire hypothesis model, which has made me to understand the basic ideology of how the entire SATE framework can be implemented in the financial domain. So to understand my entire methodology, I have adapted a qualitative method, and I have also undergone skimming of around 60 case studies and came to a conclusion that some of the major drawbacks of AI is risk assessment tool, IT infrastructure innovation, psychological and ethical compliance, and legal regulation of AI is directly influencing the AI in the financial and other services domain, which needs a moderator called SATE framework, where safety, tranquility, ethical, efficiency, and humanity framework could help in determining or enhancing all these drawbacks. And finally, we could say that the output for this would be providing a cybersecurity SATE framework, which could enhance the efficiency of improving the safety aspect of utilizing AI in many domains. So in order to conclude, the outcome of the SATE cybersecurity framework could provide more financial stability and create a biased environment, reducing the unbiased information asymmetry. And it also can act as a computable AI legal and government's policy could help the AI to be more compatible with the aspect of providing a secure tool to the organization. And also it can understand the country's political landscape to adapt AI in each and every organization. And with the psychological tool of aspect, we could also introduce a HR policy in order to create an emotional trust balance between the tool and the AI. So some of the references which I have gone through are in the screen. And thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your research findings, and we will have Q&A session later for question and answers. And finally, we have one more presenter with the paper ID 858. If you want to present your paper, please share your screen and be conclusive. Paper ID 858.
Good morning, everyone. Do you hear my voice?
Yes.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, it's visible. Please proceed.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to have the opportunity to present my research at this year's International Institute Academic Research and Publication Conference, IIARP 2024. My name is Dia Pitaloka. And I am representing Bina Nusantara University, Jakarta, Indonesia. Today I will be discussing a topic that is highly relevant to the banking sector, particularly in light of recent regulatory changes, the influence of independent commissioners on loan loss reserve, and financial ratios in banking, a panel that approach in Indonesia. This is my biography. I am accounting staff that has more than 10 years experience. My first education is Bachelor of Economic Accounting major in 2009. And now I am student in Master of Accounting in Bina Nusantara University, Jakarta, Indonesia. The banking sector industry play a critical role in the financial system, not only by facilitating monetary flows, but also by maintaining financial stability. A crucial element of this stability is loan loss reserve, LLR, which bank must set aside to cover potential loan default. My research focuses on how the presence and the influence of independent commissioner who are meant to provide unbiased oversight affect banks' LLR and how this interacts with key financial ratios. Given the recent implementation of PSAK 71, the Indonesian adaptation of IFRS 9, this topic is not only timely, but also crucial for understanding the impact of regulatory changes on financial reporting and risk management in banking sector. In this context, the role of independent commissioners become even more critical according to Financial Service Authority Regulation in Indonesia number 55, 2016, concerning the implementation of governance for commercial banks in Indonesia. At least 15% of Board of Commissioners must be independent, ensuring unbiased oversight and governance within the bank. Their presence is expected to enhance the objectivity in decision-making, particularly when it comes to determine LLR levels. These graphs are sourced from the Banking Surveillance Report by the Financial Services Authority in Indonesia, illustrate a noticeable fluctuation in loan loss reserve, LLR, and non-performing loan, NPL, over time. Highly the volatility banks face in managing loan risks. This study examines how independent commissioners influence LLR, especially in regulatory environments where forward-looking judgments are essential. The theoretical framework of the study is grounded in agency theory, which explains the relationship between principal and the agent. In this, independent commissioner play a pivotal role in resolving the inherent conflict of interest in this relationship. By acting as neutral overseer, they ensure that management decisions are aligned with the interests of the shareholders. This mitigates information asymmetries, where one party holds more or better information than the other, leading to potential mismanagement. The independent commissioner safeguards transparency by bridging the gap between shareholder and management, reducing information asymmetry. This dynamic is essential for maintaining trust, improving decision-making, and ensuring that the organization operates in the best interest of its stakeholders. The role of independent commissioner becomes even more critical in environments with heightened regulatory security, such as the banking sector under OJK regulation. Independent commissioner play a crucial role in ensuring that management does not hide the actual credit risk. Their continuous scrutinies ensure that management carefully evaluate potential risks, leading the more conservative financial strategy. As a result, this heightened vigilance encourages the establishment of higher loan loss reserve (LLR) to adequate cover potential credit losses. This hypothesis, built on existing research, Kaufman Scott 2003 and Patton 2009, that highlight the positive impact of effective board oversight on risk management practices and suggest that the presence of independent commissioner strengthen a bank financial safeguard through more prudent reserve allocation. This research used panel data from bank lists on IDX during period 2020 and 2023, which was analyzed using Stata with generalist square models. And it has passed the classical assumption tests such as multicollinearity, heteroscedasticity, and normality tests. As the result, the result of this research showed a significant positive relationship between independent commissioner proportion and LRR, and proved that independent commissioner are also proven to strengthen the influence of other in financial ratio and LRR. This indicates that an increase in the number of independent commissioners
Sorry
on the
for
board not
interruption.
only
You have
enhance.
3 more minutes, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is the end. I'm sorry. This indicates that an increase in the number of independent commissioners on the board not only enhance the corporate governance framework, but also contribute to more accurate reflection on financial risk. In conclusion, the study has shed light of crucial role of independent commissioner in influencing loan loss reserve within Indonesian banks. Our finding indicates that presence of independent commissioners not only ensure greater transparency and accountability, but also leads more conservative financial strategy that enhance the stability of financial institution. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your research findings. And now we are done with all presentations. We are coming toward the Q&A session. I will request all of you to open your cameras, and before starting the Q&A session, we can take a group photo with your smiley faces. Thank you so much. Yeah, please. Can you please stop sharing your screen? Thank you. Yeah. Who's sharing this screen? Please stop sharing the screen. We are done with the presentations. We are now in the Q&A session, and before the Q&A session, we want to take a group photo. Please open your cameras. Three more persons need to open their cameras if they don't have any problem. Thank you. Yeah, Redmi and Sangarian 448. Can you please open your cameras? Yeah, please. Thank you. So I'm going to take a photo. Please be ready. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Yeah, so now we are done with all the presentations, and now we are in the Q&A session. You can ask the questions you noted during the session. If you want to ask from other presenters, or if you have any suggestions regarding other presentations, or if you want to ask a general question, anything you can ask now. Thank you so much. Yeah, so 444 raised the hand.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
This question will be answered by researcher 459.
459 is available.
Yes,
459.
sir. I'm relevant.
Hi, sir. A pleasant day.
Yes.
I just want to know because I really appreciate your presentation, sir. What I just want to ask is, in your research design, you mentioned that you use descriptive, particularly quantitative, but in your instrument, you included semi-structured interview guide. May I just know where did you use the semi-structured interview guide? Well, in fact, in your discussion, it's not included. There's no such qualitative part in your discussion. It's purely quantitative. Thank you, sir.
Exactly, Doc Diaz. I only use the semi-structured guide for a follow-up question relevant to the results of the quantitative aspect. So just to explain robustly the results of the descriptive from the authorities within our regional office, and that was within the full paper. It is totally discussed within the full paper for the readers to appreciate really the result of my study, Doc.
Okay, with that, congratulations, sir. At least you mentioned that the qualitative part was included in your full paper. Wala kasi ako nakita while back. Okay, so
I'm constrained, Doc.
thank you, sir.
Anytime, Doc.
Okay, can I ask one more question, sir, to
Yes.
another researcher participant?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's say 859, researcher 859. Thank you, sir. 459. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Doc.
This question is to be answered by researcher 859
Yes, ma'am.
regarding toroidal propeller.
Yes po.
Your study is about review paper, right?
Yes.
I just want to know, you mentioned a while back that you said that 4 blades is better than 6 blades toroidal propeller. Are there studies saying that 4 blades is better than 6 blades toroidal propeller?
Yes, thank you for the question. Actually, ma'am, there has been experimentations, but concurrently, there has been no studies proving that yet. Only experimentations. And based on what I have what I have read in some previous research topics, it does not specifically mention that that four-bladed toroidal propellers are better, and some of these are still being used as two-bladed propellers instead.
Nag-worry lang ako kanina kasi you mentioned that for blades. With that,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you
Yes,
for
welcome po.
sharing your
Welcome.
very
Thank you.
innovative
Welcome,
research.
doctor.
Any other
Thank you, sir.
question? Any other researcher want to ask a question or suggestions, if any? I have also some questions which I noted. The first question is from 459. I really appreciate your research data and findings you presented here, and it's very good. I want to ask that you collected the data in a very scientific way, but can you please tell us and all the presenters that how the bias was reduced in the data?
Thank you so much for that question, sir. Bias reduction on the findings of my research. Of course, I seek a help of an external that is the University of the Cordilleras, particularly my research advisor, and she requested a third party to implement the gathering of the data, particularly in the distribution of questionnaires to all the personnel of DOJ PPA, and that happened in 3 sessions. First, in the regional General Assembly, where most of the personnel convened there, and that was the first distribution. And for those other employees who didn't attend the General Assembly, a personal handing over of the questionnaire was done in their respective offices with the help of the third party.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. And also, another subsequent question is that can you please tell all the presenters how is your study different from the recent researchers, if we may know about your study? Thank you.
Yes, my study is quite unique. It's quite different as though this is on the social sciences, this is very unique as it only focused on our agency, particularly on the regional level, where several literatures or studies never touch this gap. And the result of this study will definitely help the regional office and some other regional offices if they want to adopt the recommendations to be given to that particular regional office and to the entire parole and probation administration in general, sir.
Thank you so much. So did you mention all these things in your paper?
I haven't included the recommendation part, sir, because it is an IMRAD format, only the discussion, sir.
So I will suggest you please provide a clear research gap statement at the end of introduction, and I hope your paper will be considered in a good journal. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, so another question is from the researcher 859, and I also appreciate your research findings that seems to be quite unique, but I didn't notice the method section in your presentation. Can you please tell us what type of method were applied to conduct this review study?
Thank you for the question. The methods here is about the relations of present technologies in incorporating the technology of the toroidal propeller, sir. Existing and even conceptual research studies are used to to are used for this review paper, sir. But majority of these topics that I have gathered are some research findings that are also inconclusive, yet if it is proven whether the toroidal propeller is indeed possible in reducing the acoustic signature, sir.
Thank you so much. But I mean that how did you analyze all these papers and came to these conclusions?
Okay. Actually, sir, it's also a bit difficult in analyzing it in general. So I had to simplify it for easier understanding.
I mean that, for example, in review paper, we study the already published literature. We collect the data from different databases such as Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholar. And when we collect all these information, then we analyze all these published papers. So how we analyze? Some people analyze it through softwares like identifying information through coding and then come to identify the similar patterns and themes. They do thematic analysis or something like that. So I mean that how did you analyze all these papers in the already published literature?
Okay. Personally, I haven't tried it in person. I've only based their data and analyzed it in simple manner.
Okay, so you analyze it manually.
Yes, sir. Although
Okay.
I have yet to try it in person as part
Yeah.
of my further research in my degree in master's.
Yeah, it's very good. That's what I mean, that if you want to publish this paper, you need to add a scientific methodology section and you need to mention that how did you analyze the data and came to this conclusion. That's very much important for any journal. If you want to submit your paper to any peer review journal, they will obviously ask this question and you need to provide it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Yeah, 4 again, raise hand, please.
Just a follow-up, sir, with your recommendation to researcher 859. May we just know if what year have you included starting your paper review and how many researches? So the recommendation is, sir, is very nice. You need to consider that. What year did you include?
Yeah,
And
that's very good. Yeah, you need to collect all these information, how many papers were collected and then were analyzed and when this study was started. All
conducted.
these information need to be the important parts of your scientific methodology.
Yeah, because your paper is so unique, just like what sir said a while
Yeah, it's
back.
very good, very good. I like the idea and it's
Innovated,
quite unique.
innovation, very
Yeah,
nice innovation.
yeah. Thank you so much. And any other question? If you want to ask something about the conference, something about the publication, or something about other things, you can ask me now.
Yes, sir. I want to ask something.
Yeah, please.
I just want to know if there is a 100 chance that our paper will be published in Aniscopus. Full
Yeah, of
paper, I
course.
mean.
Yeah, sure. There will be a chance for publication in Scopus Index Journal. As I mentioned before, that we have F1000 research, that is a Scopus Q1 journal, and we have a publication gateway on the website of this journal. There are specific criteria for publication in this journal. So if you are really serious you can prepare your paper according to that criteria. But your paper need to be prepared before you submit it. You need to consider all the things such as your paper need to be in English. It need to be less than 10% plagiarism. You need to also check the AI report, and you need to have an associated data such as your questionnaire, your database. If you analyzed your data through SPSS, so you need to have that database, and we will submit that data set to a research repository, and then we will include the published data DOI in your manuscript. And we also need to include an ethical statement. Even if there is no human involved in your paper, you still need to include an ethical statement. All these things need to be included in your paper, and then hopefully I'm quite sure that your paper will be considered in this journal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And any other question? And you will get your certificates and proceedings after this session through your email. As I mentioned, that we are not providing the printed copies in order to be environmental friendly. Yeah, so thank you so much, and I really appreciate your participation in this session, and I hope that all the participants of today's session enjoyed a lot, and it was really great experience with all of you. Thank you so much again for participating in our virtual conference. And as I saw all the presenters having very good research ideas and had put their efforts for the best, and uh, I saw that all the papers data was supported by robust methodologies and theoretical framework and achievable objectives. But as I commented on some of the papers, still we need to improve the papers, and there are always spaces for improvements in every manuscript. So I hope that you will have improvements in your first original drop, and then if you are interested and serious, you can send it to our team. I'm sharing the email here, and then we will go for the submission. So here I am sharing the email address for sharing your paper. Let me share. Here is our email, info@iiarp.org. Please note this email, and you can share your paper after incorporating the suggestions and improvements in your manuscript. And I'm also sharing my WhatsApp number, which will be helpful for you in the future for publication and other opportunities. So please note this WhatsApp number, and if you add me, I will add you to our WhatsApp group, where we are usually sharing information regarding our academic activities such as conferences, workshops, scholarships, and many other research projects. So here is my WhatsApp. I will share here in the chat box: 1137963849. Yeah, this is my WhatsApp. You can add it, and after adding me, I will add you to our WhatsApp group, and you will get the benefits of being here in this group. Okay, so Yeah, so one thing more that, as I mentioned, that all the abstracts are already reviewed by the peer reviewers and the conference committee. And today also I reviewed the presentations, and later on I will share the result with the conference committee, and the conference committee will decide the best paper award, and it will be sent to the presenter through email along with the other certificates and conference proceedings. Here I'm also sharing our Facebook page uh, for future updates. You can follow this page, and you will get some useful information. Okay, so that's all, and I hope that you will not forget to add my WhatsApp and follow our Facebook page for upcoming future information and opportunities. Any question, I'm available, and I will be available through WhatsApp if you want to ask.
So far, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. So I'm going to end this session. Have a good day, and thank you so much for participating.
Thank you.
in this.
Thank you.
Thank
God
Bye.
bless. Thank you
Thanks,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for the
Bye.